Hi everyone, this is Robyn. Welcome to mypinkstamper.com. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy this quick video that I'm doing. Okay, these are some of the new stamp sets that will be available June 1st from the Stampin' Up! Catalog. You can order 24/7 at mypinkstamper.stampinup.net. And I'm also going to show you some of the gold thread. And we're going to use the gold and the Versamark and the gold embossing powder and then Melon Mambo. So you can order anything from this right now on my website. But these two stamp sets are not available until June 1st, which is like, what, in 13 days. So excited. So I wanted to make a really quick card that I can use for one of my upcoming swaps that I'm in. And also that I can use for my hashtag a card a day in May. So I'm really excited. So let's get going. So, from the Swirly Bird, this is called Swirly Bird, very versatile stamps that I've actually made. I'll show you right here. I've made a Father's Day card using these little images right here, these little shapes that I made into a sailboat. And Happy Father's Day, that's from a different stamp set coming out. And I made little waves and using one of our punches and then the star background. So this is using the Swirly Bird. Put that away. And then I'm using the Layering Love, and I'm going to use I Am Much More Me When I'm With You. Here's another card that I've made with this new stamp set that's coming out June 1st, the Live, Laugh, and Love. I've made this card using that stamp set as well. From this stamp set, I'm just using this one image. That's the only one saying that's all that I'm going to use. And I'm going to do some fun embossing, so I'm really, really excited about this. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we will just do the embossing. So you're going to need the Versamark Pad, and that's pretty much it right now. And then the gold embossing powder, which is right here. So that's it. And then we're using one of the little swirls. So I'm only using the swirl, and that's why this is such a versatile stamp set, because you have all of these different background things, and you can make them into flowers, and there's a bird, and just all sorts of fun little images to work with. But I'm going to just use this one swirl, so it's kind of like the more defined image of the flower. And I'm going to use that with the Versamark and the in gold powder. My husband just told me he put a pizza in the oven and he had to leave, so I only have like 5 minutes to make this. Let's see if I can do that. See if I can make it in my deadline. I'm using the heat tool for this. And then I'm also going to use the Stampin' Buddy. And the Stampin' Buddy just helps so you don't have any of the little, you know, the weird, you know I'm talking about, the static when you emboss. Okay, it's a little white, so I like to wipe off a little bit of it. Okay, so now I'm going to work really fast. And I have this background piece of paper folded in half, so then I can put my powder right back in the bottle. And you don't really waste any doing it this way. So I'm going to stamp my swirly a few times. I'm going to do it in 2 different steps because the Versamark doesn't stay wet as long as like a regular pigment pad would. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Put my embossing powder on it and kind of do it at a little angle, so when I'm going down like this, do you guys see how it has the powder on it and it picked it up? Okay, so now I am going to stamp on the other side. I'll stamp it away from the powder a little bit. Can you guys see this over here? Okay. Stamp it once, stamp it twice, and then this is good right here. That's all I'm going to stamp it. And then I'll go ahead and just put a little powder, shake the powder off. So when you guys used to buy the expensive, you know, the wedding announcements, or if you guys have ever bought those kind that are embossed, this is how their machine does it. Of course, it's probably a big machine. But this is the same idea. It's just embossed. And there's dry embossing and wet embossing. This is wet embossing. Okay, I'm going to let my heat gun. I let it heat up a little bit first, so then it's ready to go right when I put it on, when I blow it on the powder. So if you'll watch it, you'll be able to see it change consistency. You guys see it? It's like magic. It's so awesome. I love it. You guys see it like changing color. So it's super cool to do. Very easy to do. I wouldn't let maybe kids play with this. You could do it in a controlled environment. help them do it. Just a really breathtaking, super awesome, fun technique. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to do the other ones. Ta-da! Is that so awesome? I love it. Okay, so that's all I need for the background. The rest is going to go super, super, super quick. Okay, let's set this aside. Oh wait, I'm going to show you really quick. So for those of you who are new to embossing, and you want to get the stuff to do what I just did, I'm going to show you how to put your powder back in the bottle. So I just go like this, and ta-da! It's back in there. And then I set my paper aside so I can use it later. Okay, so that's that. Let's go ahead and finish the card. For this next step, we're going to be using, these are called Sweet and Sassy Framelits, and these are also available June 1st. I forgot about these when I first said it was only the stamp sets. There's a whole bunch of these. You get 16 different size framelits and shapes of the hearts for $35. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take my Melon Mambo, and I'm going to stamp. I'm only, what does it say? I'm much more me when I'm with you. So I gave my husband a sneak peek of this card, and I said, this is for you. Okay, so once you have stamped it, we're going to stick it on here. This is the Big Shot. An awesome investment. I love, 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 love my Big Shot. And I'm going to stick the smaller heart on this, and I'm going to take my top sandwich plate, and I'm just going to roll it through. Ta-da! And now I'm also going to do that with a layer that I'm using. Let me take this off here. So there's my I'm much more me when I'm with you. And now we're going to take the bigger size heart, which is right here, and I'm using the gold Glimmer. I love the Glimmer paper. If you've ever taken one of my online classes, I usually try to include at least one project that uses some of the Glimmer. It's a pricier item, but if you just use a little bit, it goes a long way, and it's so worth it. Okay. All right. Let's finish up the card. I have this heart right here. Okay, and I'm pretty much almost done. It's going to be, once I mass produce, I have to make, I believe, 40 of this card. So once I get going, I will do all the same steps at one time. It'll go by super fast. Okay, so I'm using my Fast Fuse, and I'm going to stick that on my Glimmer paper. And now I'm using 8.5 by 5.5 Whisper White thick cardstock. And I've scored it at 4 1/4 because it's a thicker cardstock. It's going to be my card base, and I want it to be nice and thick like that. And I have, this is the gold foil sheets, and this is cut at 3 1/4 by 5.5. And I'm just going to do something super easy and quick, but very elegant. I hope you guys love my card. I love it. I keep looking at it, and I really designed it. It didn't take me that long because I knew the colors that I was going to use and everything. Okay, so now all we're going to do is just put everything together, and we're almost done. And so I'm going to stick this right on here. Look at that. Ta-da! Isn't that just so pretty already? Okay, so now we're going to use this linen gold thread, and it's just awesome. I love it. And I'm going to just wrap it around a bunch of times. I don't know, 8 or 9 or 10 or 11. Okay, I don't know, maybe like 8. I don't remember how many times I did it. And I'm going to take some glue dots, and I'll just go ahead and glue them down here where I want them. I just put a couple. And the reason why I only need a couple is I'm just going to take this and pinch it and stick it directly on my card on the glue dot. If I can get my little pincher. I think my pizza's ready. Has it been 5 minutes already? I don't know. I'm just going to put it right down there and then kind of do this because you're not going to really see the glue dot part. Look at that. So it's just kind of like a hot mess, kind of. A really cool hot mess. I gotta hurry. I'm coming. Pizza, I'm coming, I promise. I told my husband I wouldn't burn the pizza this time, because he sticks it in the oven, he goes somewhere, and he's like, okay, get the pizza out in this amount of minutes. I'm like, okay, I promise. And then I do, and it's just never quick enough. Okay, so I'm using, those were the dimensionals, and I'm going to stick that just right on the top. Look at how beautiful that is. And here's the other one that I made. So I just have 38 more of these to make. So I hope you guys have a fabulous day. It was so fun to be back with you again. It's been a while. I'm going to get better at posting my videos regularly. You can also visit me at mypinkstamper.com, or you can shop 24/7 at mypinkstamper.stampinup.net. Have a fabulous day. Bye.